Hello, America. How are you? This is Marvin Crazy Crawford, and I just want to say a couple of words with you or to you as a result of the life. I guess the life that I've been living, the life that I see being lived by the people that I know. Just what's going on. Well, be quite honest with you, I'm tired. I'm tired. I've reached a point in my life where I said no more. Now, if many of you remember, or some of you may be aware, that back in July of 2010, I did a video in the attic of a friend of mine, and where I pretty much discussed creating $1 million, and I didn't give too much detail as to how I would do it, but it was a determination to say that it would be done. And here I am, several months later, and no follow-up videos, and, well, I guess just not much follow-up. And, you know, the reason is that, well, it's just, I dropped the ball. You drop the ball just like the majority of people drop the ball in terms of New Year's resolutions. We dropped the ball. It said that the majority of New Year's resolutions are actually dropped by the end of January of that same year. And that clearly 90% of them are dropped in the first 6 months, within, I think it's 90 to 97% in the first month. That seems to indicate that only 3% are really serious about changing their lives. And it's that way across the board. And so in my life, I just wanted to say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired. No more. I am tired of going into jobs that are killing me. According to the American Heart Association, it said that the majority of fatal heart attacks occur on Monday morning between the hours of 8 to 10. Guess where those people are going? It seems to be their hearts are telling them, look, I've had it. You keep trying to go in there without me. I've had it. I'm done. I'm through. I'm not down in work, ladies and gentlemen. I love work. I can look at it all day. But seriously, I want to speak to the people of the world and people of the United States of America and say, I've had it. There was an old movie years ago called Network, where the anchor person or the person who gave the news got on the air, and as a result of his sheer frustration, he began to resonate, I've had it, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And he says, as a result, people started screaming out of their windows, and they started just beginning to respond to what resonated in their hearts. He said, the hell with it. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm tired of the constant rise in bills and the tax increases. I'm tired of the politicians not keeping their promises. I'm tired of low wages for increasingly insurmountable work. I'm tired of my boss talking to me like I'm an absolute idiot. I'm tired of working for absolute idiots. I'm tired, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that I'm speaking to a great deal of people when I'm telling you that if you are one of these people who you see that there's more money than money, and you recognize that job stands for just over broke, and you recognize that in most jobs and most workplaces are called what we consider the Great American Standoff. Check this out. You never heard of the Great American Standoff? Well, let me tell you. The Great American Standoff is where companies pay you just enough to keep you from quitting, and we work hard enough just to keep from getting fired. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had it. I'm done. It's over. I'm out. I'm ready to create a brand new life for myself. Now, I know you're waiting for me to encourage you to sign up with me. I am saying sign up with yourself. I'm not. You ask me, what am I selling? Well, I'm selling you on you. The question is, are you buying? I've gotten to the point where I'm tired of breaking my own promises to myself. I'm tired of walking away from the opportunities that exist for any man, woman, boy, or girl who are willing to pay the price, who are willing to look in the mirror boldly and say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not doing well. Hey, and guess who's the fault? And stay in the mirror. Don't move from the mirror, because it's easy for any one of us to look around and to find excuses. Excuses why I didn't do well. Excuses that give me the license to stand there and whine and to mope and to grope. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know for yourself that I've written a book, or you've heard me about it for years, How to Find Success by Losing Your Mind. I want to let you know, you've got to be disgusted. You've got to get to the... I know disgust is a negative emotion, but it can turn out some great results. I'm disgusted. I've had it. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to tell you a story shared with me by the late Jim Rohn, who just passed in December 5th of January. And he shared this one story, and it had to do with being disgusted. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to get out your way. He said that there was a company that he was invited to speak for many years ago in New York City. He went there and he found out that the vice president of this company was a beautiful young woman, but she had not graduated university or any college. He began to wonder. I mean, he's traveled the world speaking to several organizations. He knows how to climb from the bottom to the very top of any industry. So he began to get curious, and he asked the young lady, he said, listen, here you are, vice president, big New York, and you're making tons of money, and I understand that you don't have a college education, and you didn't graduate in the university. How'd you do that in big old New York? And here was her response, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm hoping that her response will begin to inspire what could be our response. She said, well, years ago I was a young mother, and I went to my husband and I asked him for $10. And he replied, what for? She said, that day I vowed to never ask anybody for anything again. She said, I found the seminars and I went to them. I found classes and I took them. I did whatever I had to take to change my world around. And she said, yes, I am very successful. Yes, I am the vice president of a world-renowned jewelry company. And she said, but I got there by saying enough is enough. Discuss, ladies and gentlemen. I often say in my book, How to Find Success by Losing Your Mind, yes, this is a plug. You ought to be plugging something, and you ought to be plugging something that you created. You ought to be plugging something that you serve. You ought to be plugging something where you're the boss. In Espanol, de jefe. You've got to be the boss. You've got to be in charge. Because guess what? I also heard my friend Jim Rohn say this. He said, if you don't have plans for your life, guess what? You may live your life according to someone else's plans. That may not be too bad, but guess what? They may have planned for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marvin Crazy Crawford. This is a series of a new, this is the beginning of a new series called How to Find Success by Losing Your Mind. But I'm telling you, it's not going to turn around until you're disgusted. It's not going to turn around until you've had enough. It's not going to turn around until you're fed up with being fed up. It's not going to turn around until you begin to go to the streets and the world in all of America and let people know that you're here, blaring loud. You don't have to be calm. I want you to know this. You don't have to be good to get started, but you have to get started to be good. So now listen, here I am getting started. I'm back on track, and I'm ready to let you know this is the time to create a brand new life, a brand new existence. You're on one side of the track and you want to be on the far other. You're in poverty and you want to experience abundance. You're in agony and you want to experience peace. You're in poverty and you want to see some sort of production in your life. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. How to Find Success by Losing Your Mind. You got to be disgusted. Enough is enough. This is Marvin Crazy Crawford, and I am out of here.
Okay.